October 15th, 2022, I think is one of the most memorable days of my life. And the reason for that is because that was the day that changed the trajectory of my relationship with my girlfriend, and it made us a much different kind of couple. I don't know why I'm phrasing it like this. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know why I'm like trying to build up hype and suspense. I proposed to my fiance, Marissa, on that day. Well, girlfriend, now fiance, that day. We had went to Salem, Massachusetts, because she had always wanted to go to Salem. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. I could take it to one of the most, insane places she's always wanted to go to, and I can pop the question. And I think that would be really memorable. And I did everything right. I got the permission of her father. I got the permission of her mother. I went and tried to make the year as memorable as possible. So that way 2022 would be a year that would be, cemented with that final moment of me popping the question at the very tail end of the year. So I did exactly that. We did concerts, we did dinners, we did as much stuff as I could think of to do. But that's not what this story today is about. Today I want to talk about the mishap with the engagement ring. So Marissa and I, obviously, we had talked about the idea of one day getting married. And, I had asked her, I said, if you could have an engagement ring, what would you want? Now, before she even said this, for years I had told her, I said, if I marry you, I do not want to get you a diamond engagement ring. There are two main reasons for this. One, De Beers Company artificially restricts diamonds, and they hyperinflate the value. So I don't want to support the diamond industry, because fuck that. It's fucking stupid. And two, it wasn't just something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to get her a diamond ring. I wanted to get her something more meaningful, more than really anything else. And she was in that same mentality, at least for the second part. She didn't really give a shit about the De Beers thing, which is totally fine, because nobody gives that much of a shit about me, honestly. But I got, I told her, I said, I want to get you something better. And she's like, all right, that's fine. So I ended up talking with her, and what we had decided on was a crisscross Marquise sapphire solitaire ring. It did not matter if it was lab grown or if it was a natural sapphire. It really made no lick of a difference. It's a blue sapphire specifically too. And I told her, I said, if this is what you want, this is what you want. I got it with infinity sort of appeal to it, and the band itself was made from rose gold. It's a very nice ring. It's a very nice ring. I'll pop up a picture on screen of the ring. And to be clear, she loved it when she inevitably ended up getting it about a week later after the trip. So here's how this happened. I ordered the ring on September 15th, 2022 from a jeweler, because I had been looking around all over the place to find sort of the exact specifications. I had went to, jewelers that were local to me. I had kind of just tried to get price points and range. And at this time I was making less than $15, $16. I think I was making about 14 something at this time frame for my paycheck. So I really wasn't making great money. So my budget was limited, and I was not paying $1,000 for this ring. Luckily, I had found a shop on Etsy that was selling the ring for less than $350. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely wonderful. I can actually get her the ring to her exact specifications exactly. And I believe I talked to the jeweler a little bit beforehand. I think over Etsy on the messaging or something. I think I did. Or I may have just bought it. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that, actually. I'm pretty sure I spoke to them. No, I did not. I'm just an idiot. So I ordered the ring, and it was said that it would be here within the time frame of September 27th to October 3rd. Now, mind you, I probably should have ordered the ring many, many months before. Am I an idiot for doing that? Yes. They should have also delivered it within the date range, or if there was going to be a delay, they should have said something to me. They did not. So, it is September 26th. It is almost about 15 days away from when I am planning to do the proposal. And I send a message on Etsy, and I say, it's supposed to be delivered in this range. I need to know where it is because I hadn't gotten the tracking number. I hadn't gotten anything yet. And they message back and they're like, yeah, of course, we're so sorry for the delay. We'll get it to you with expedited shipping on UPS. I'm like, hey, cool. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. So it's October 2nd now. And I want to get the tracking number because they've said they've expedited the shipping. And they say, I'm really, really sorry. They haven't gotten the tracking number. Apparently, it was lost in customs for the country that it was shipping from because it was not from America. It was made in a different country. And I was really kind of pissed and a little bit frustrated. And I was like, and they said, don't worry, we'll get you the ring this week and you'll get 2 free gifts as well as a sorry for the delay sort of thing. And I said, please let me know when it's been reshipped, as I do have my plans to, go on a trip next week to do the proposal. It's a week later, roughly. And I had already left a shitty review on this because I was very frustrated. And I feel like that's rightfully so. So it's about 8 days now later. And the person says, hey, it's been dispatched. I can send you a video of the ring if you want to see. I need to, they're like showing that it's been dispatched again. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. So my now defunct Instagram gets the video. And I asked them on October 17th, I am back from my trip. Because at this point, I had not gotten the ring. And they said, yes, it's in Kentucky right now. Here's the tracking number. You can track it from the UPS website. I'm like, all right, cool. So eventually, I get the ring, and I propose for a second time to my fiance now, Marissa. I don't know why I said it that way. It sounds like I fucking proposed to someone else the first time. And seeing the ring, because I had shown her the ring too, seeing it in person, she was very happy. I didn't have to propose a second time, but I was like, I'm going to do it anyway because fuck it. I want to, I'm that guy. I'm goofy. So I dressed up in a little tuxedo and I proposed a second time. Now you're probably wondering, what happened the first time that I proposed? How did I do it? Did I do it without a ring? Did I just say, hey babe, ring's in the mail, but will you marry me? No, I did not. So I had a backup plan that I had to do roughly about 10 days before the day of proposal and about 9 days before I had actually, went and left for the trip. So I went on to Amazon and I tried to find something similar. I tried to find something that would at least look the part of the ring that I was going to give her. And that didn't happen because those rings would have been about another $300 or $400. So I found something that at least looked decent. I found a sapphire blue and white cubic zirconium gold-plated engagement ring in her ring size. And I found a nice little box that kind of lit up when you opened it up. That way it would kind of be, something cute. And that was the ring that I carried around with me all through Salem that weekend until Saturday came and I did the proposal. Now, in that moment, and even after that moment, she still has kept the shitty little ring that I got from Amazon for like $30. She still keeps the box, and I am happy that she said yes, even though it was not the ring she wanted. It was the fact that she loved me and wanted to give me her heart, and I was giving her mine, and I just... Sorry, my voice is cracking. I'm a little emotional. I just thinking about it. It just makes me happy. And again, I proposed a second time because even though I didn't have to, but she was happy with it and I was happy with it, and that was really what mattered at the end of the day. Was the ring wasn't the important part. It was the fact that I loved her and I told her, I want to spend my life with you. Will you marry me? And she said yes. And that was one of the best days of my life. The only thing I think that will ever top that will be the day that I actually marry her, because nothing else really can top that smile, that moment where I was tripping over my words and I was so fucking scared. My heart pounding, my adrenaline going because we were rushing to a specific spot in the park in Salem, and it was the best moment of my life. And I'm so happy that I get to spend my life with Marissa. So here's a lesson for anyone. looking to get engaged to their significant other, one, make sure you have the ring well in advance, because as I was looking through to get all this information, I realized that I fucking bought the ring box in June. So if I had just ordered the ring at the same fucking time, I would have been fine. So, number one, make sure you prepare yourself to be able to, have everything in place. But number two, if shit goes wrong, just do whatever you can to make that moment good. Because it's not about what you have in terms of the ring, or, the sun is just setting at the specific angle in the sky or whatever. The important thing is that it is about the person that you love and telling them just how much you love them and how much they mean to you, and showing them that you want to spend the rest of your life with them, ring or not. That moment where you are with them and the entire world disappears around the two of you. And it's just you. Either you're the one proposing, like if you're on one knee, or if you're the one getting the proposal. It's just that moment. And that's what's more important than anything else. All the things that we did that year, all the concerts, all the dinners, all the funny little comedy, whatever we did, those moments were what was really important. And I look back at this story laughing my ass off, because I was the dumbass that ordered his ring at the very last fucking second. And mind you, it was kind of because of, money. But more importantly, it was about her and I being together, being happy. And that means more to me than anything. And it lets me, again, look back on this and laugh. And I hope you got a bit of a laugh out of this too. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this little militia chat video. Thanks for letting me rant for a few seconds here about my proposal. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be back soon with another video. Let me know if there's any topics you guys want me to cover. Any other stories from my life, or anything else really, because I'd love to tell some other embarrassing stories or fun stories that I haven't at least told on the podcast. Or if you haven't seen the podcast, you can always go check that out. I'll leave a link in the description to that as well, because I do tell some dumb stories on there too. This is more personal sort of stuff specific to me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.